Just doing a progress check in the morning. Progress is happening. Look at all that gas. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's bottling day! Okay, guys, it has been 2 weeks since we put our jug in the bathroom to ferment. I say put it in the bathroom because if you're just tuning in, we put it in the bathroom because it's the most stable place. It's in the middle of the house, it's in a bathtub, and it keeps the heat the most equal in the rest of the house. So, not the garage, not the bedrooms, just in the middle, and it's a bathroom we don't use. So, perfect. Okay, guys, it's been 2 weeks. This sucker has been bubbling, which you probably just saw in the montage, but we moved it out here last night, as I may have said already, to get it to settle out. We have our bottles all ready to go. I just need to do our cleaning and make sure that everything is sanitized, and then we're just going to do the bottling today and capping. Then everything is going to go back to ferment for 2 more weeks because we're going to put sugar in, and the sugar is going to help everything ferment again, and that's going to create the pressurization and therefore the carbonization. Okay, I don't know what else to say, so let's get started. Okay, so last night we moved the big jug from the bathroom in the tub where it was to out here on the counter. We wanted to give it some time to settle. You can see stuff in the bottom has settled. It's still a little cloudy, but I think we're just going to leave it cloudy. But we changed out the bubbler this morning to the micro bubbler because we thought we were going to use the hose, but I don't think we are, but it's okay. Oh, did you see it? Just blooped. Still fermenting a little bit. So we've also got our corn sugar over here for priming the bottles. We estimated we're going to use 24 bottles, but we are going to sanitize 25 just in case. We've got a bunch of brand new caps here. We've got part of the pump unit against the wall back there. Sanitizer funnel for liquids. We have our hydrometer and tube. This is the capper. We've got a teaspoon. We've decided to go for the dry method with the corn sugar, not the wet method. And then in the sink over here, we have the other half of the pumper and the tube. These are getting ready to be sanitized. If you're wondering what the plastic is, that's because our stopper doesn't work so well, so we just use it as an extra gasket to stop up the sink. Everything here has been cleaned. And then finally, over here, we have some fresh clean towels, a freshly sanitized funnel for the dry stuff, and then we also have the dishwasher rack, because in this house we don't have a dish rack because we have a dishwasher. We took it out this morning, spray cleaned it, and sanitized it, left it out in the sun, so it should be all sanitized. So when the bottles come across our assembly line here, we'll just put them in there. They're going to hang upside down and drain out and dry out from the sanitizer, so we'll be good to go. And there's some fruit. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, summer has arrived today. It's like 84 degrees. That's a drastic change for us. It's gone up quite fast. Okay, let's get started on sanitizing. So 1 ounce per gallon. We want to make sure that our bottling and capping area is nice and sanitized as well. There we go. Okay guys, so today we are using corn sugar dextrose. Normally you would mix this in the boiling water and pour it in, but we're going to do a dry prime today. So here's, I just want to show you what we're going to be using. We've got 2 bags of this. This is just the first bag, so you can see it just says corn sugar dextrose. And guess what? We have our old friend Snippy! Snippy! Alright, and I'm just cutting the top off the bag here. Boop. Okay, let's get the priming. If you remember from the first part of this, we have our hydrometer, which we tested for the potential of alcohol. So now we're going to do the actual test. So what I'm doing is I'm placing this in the tube for anybody who hasn't done this before. And then we're going to pump some of the beer. Yes, it's actually beer now. We're going to pump some of the beer into here until this floats. And then we'll be able to tell what the alcohol level of the beer is. Raccoon's back to help us with the pump. Stop it. Okay guys, it's a little foamy. Let's see what we can do here. It's a little foamy. Alright, so at the top of the yellow line is the 5%. And the red line is 0%. And we are looking at about 2.5 to 3. I would say we are at about, if you guys can see that, 3.5%. Okay guys, as long as we got this going here, I thought we'd have just a tiny sample. So, cheers. Ooh, that is hoppy. Wow, that's pretty hoppy. All right, let's fill some bottles. Okay, you can see our container is empty. So we ended up with 21 of these bottles. These are 22-ounce bottles. So 21 of those plus one extra, we're calling chunky. It has a lot of yeast in it. We just thought it'd be fun to do a little experiment and see what that one tastes like. All right, so we're going to clean the tops of these off and we're going to move to the counter so we can do some capping. Okay, you guys, I've just moved over here to the counter, moved all the bottles. Everything's super sticky, but I don't want to wash anything until we get them capped. So, just wanted to show you, we have a standard cap here. It's a crimping cap. Now, when you pick these up, try not to touch the inside because we already sanitized them. So we just want to put it into the capper machine. It has a little magnet so we can hold it on there. Doesn't fall off. Then we just put it on the top of the bottle, in theory. And then we just put this down and then push it down. That's it. It's on. It's nice and tight. All right, let's do 20 more. We did a thing! All right, you guys, I'm very excited. You got to even see a little bit of raccoon there. Okay, so we've got our 21 bottles plus the extra bottle with the chunks in it, as we're calling it. So we're gonna let these go for another 2 weeks. So we've got the priming sugar in there. We are at about 3% right now, and we're guessing that we didn't finish the ferment for some reason. The percentage seemed a little bit low to us, and as we were handling it, getting it on our hands and stuff, it felt super sticky. So I'm having a feeling the low temperature had not quite finished the fermentation. So we're gonna check back in 2 or 3 weeks. We're gonna let these go. We got a trip planned. We're gonna put these in a nice cool area of the house and let them ferment in the bathtub again. So that way, if they explode while we're gone, it's in the bathtub, nowhere else. But I'm kind of excited. We got a lot of beer going on here, and yeah. All right, you guys, we'll see you in another couple weeks for our final tasting. Hi, we're back. It's been 4 weeks, and guess what? Summertime came 2 days ago, and I'm kind of excited. We've got a frosty glass, we've got our beer, and here's a pre-announcement. We just picked all the plums off the tree today, so stay tuned. Wine and jam are coming. Hopefully we have enough for both, but we have lots, so I just wanted to show you those. Trees are right over there. All right, you guys, it is the moment you've been waiting for. Let's say it again because this has been a long time coming. It is the moment you've been waiting for. Okay, guys, our beer is brewed. I will cut away and I will show you a shot of the final fermenting in the bathroom. But let's get it going. We got an old-fashioned opener here. We got a frosty glass. Let's see what we got. And don't worry, we'll do a cutaway and we will find out the actual alcohol percent because I know everybody wants to know that. So it didn't foam over. It's good. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, nice breeze. Nice amber color. Little bit of foaming, not too much. And if you've noticed, it's also settled out nicely. I was looking earlier and you can see the yeast. There's probably about a 1/4 inch of yeast sediment in there. But look at that. I think it looks pretty darn good. Okay, guys, we broke out the old hydrometer here and comparing last time to this time, we think we are about 3% alcohol, maybe just a touch more, but definitely not a super high yield alcohol. But, you know, you can always adjust that if you want more, add more sugar, blah, blah, blah. But there you go. There's our beer. All right, you guys, it's definitely the moment I've been waiting for. So let's give it a taste. I think it looks really nice. It's a little darker than a normal Pilsner, but it looks more like an ale to me. Oh. Now, I'm kind of picky about my beers, and if you remember when we tasted it before we put it in the bottle, it was a little pine coney. It has definitely mellowed out a bit. It is pretty good. You guys, I am so excited. We were just doing a little test of this in between plain overs and sirens and everything else, and seriously, that is the best brew we have ever made. The pine coniness went away. It has a hoppiness, but it's not an IPA. It's not kicking your butt. It has a nice sweetness to it. And the carbonation is right on. It's not, I'd say a carbonation, it's a good strong 5. It's not too carbonated. It's not uncarbonated. It's not flat. And I definitely think you could drink a couple of these sitting in the summer sun. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with your friends, like, thumbs up, subscribe, all the stuff you're supposed to do on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make the beer with us today. And I'm excited that we're going to be having a wine one coming up in a little bit with the plums. So, all right, you guys, I'm Robert Jones. This is Eudaemonius Mark II, and this is beer making. Take care, you guys. Bye.